Excellent timing, Rook. I've news about our Venatori spy and Crow turncoat. I have deciphered the code from the notes you found. Our friends will meet soon. They plan to take a gondola to rendezvous in the market.
And you want me to go look for a trail and hunt down these spies?
Precisely. Chance Candide is too conspicuous. You'll blend into the comings and goings seamlessly.
It worked. The Crows have harried the Antam, and Evenchi is revealed. But I did not think this is what they planned.
It is bold.
Rook, good. We have discovered what Evenchi is planning for Treviso. When you fought the comic master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some comic had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it.
Evenchi.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... Now Evenchi will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Who is Evenchi planning to poison with the comic? Aside from the Crows.
People who have spoken up too loudly against the Antam.
Anyone too friendly with the Crows. I doubt Evenchi is familiar with poisons. I guarantee the comic will spread to the rest of the city as well.
We know about it, and we'll stop it.
They will trot out some excuse to give to the worst of the politicians and the merchant princes.
You say that as if those were different people.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Evenchi from releasing the comic.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the Crows against the rest of Evenchi's forces in the city.
Understood.
One more thing. Jacobus stormed off earlier, angry at Evenchi. We have not seen him in some time.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Some of the merchant families have fled. They got wind of...
Rook, we have news about the Antam's experiments with Gatlock.
What's happening?
They're working with Venatori to set off these new and improved explosives across the city.
They'll be set off simultaneously to impress the citizens with their new toys, and to strategically destroy the homes of those they deem troublesome.
Our agents cannot be everywhere. I will mark several locations where they store this Gatlock. Destroy it, discreetly.
Hey, Lucanus.
Yes?
You and Nev?
Yes.
Nice catch.
Thanks.
And Spite's good with her?
No talking. When her hat comes off, go play with wisps.
Okay.
Salve galera, sejam todos bem-vindos. Vocês já viram, né, como é que a Natasha pode ser meio esquisita em algumas conversas. Mas vamos lá, galera, vamos continuar mais uma campanha, graças a Deus.
Do you think they're wondering why you ordered a drink for the empty chair?
If they are, they won't tell anyone. The Crows own this cafe.
Smells like Lucanus.
Just try it.
So, are you two okay now? Since you didn't kill Ilario, I mean.
We still hurt him. That humiliation in front of everyone, he'll never forgive that. So there's peace, for the moment at least.
How is your grandmother doing?
You've met her. She was hewn out of dragon bone. She's pretending not to be upset by Hilario's betrayal and my possession. Which means she's making everyone else as miserable as possible. Except Dea. She likes Dea.
The other Talons okay with the whole abomination thing?
Probably not. But they prefer me to Ilaria or the Venatori. I suppose the Crows have had worse first Talons.
Let's hope that peace can hold.
Time will tell.
So, Ilario is settled. What now?
We reclaim everything.
Spite wants to drive the Antam out of Antiva.
Never again lose what's ours.
We agree on that. I don't know what I thought it would be like. Getting out of the ossuary. Getting my life back.
You mean you didn't spend all that time dreaming about having coffee with your inner demon?
I did dream of coffee. If this is my life now, I'll take it.
E agora vamos fazer as missões secundárias, não é mesmo, galera? Se nós vamos chegar nos levels mais altos.
We need to get rid of the rest of this galley.
Now let's see what they've got. Okay.
That's all the gallows here. On to the next one.
Lucanus, keep making stuff rope like Steve. How do I do
Or you just want to make something special.
the second one?
Roop likes tea. I'll show you how to make it.
Over there. More of that gap like the Venatori made stronger.
All right.
Okay, just one more pile of Gatlock to deal with.
Good. The Anton barely seem to know how to use it themselves.
O mais da hora aqui, galera, pela conversa, pela Tasha, ela simplesmente quer agradar. E o cara vê ela e ela pergunta pro. O cara do que ele gosta de chá. O mais bizarro, galera, é que de verdade, é que na vida real eu também gosto de chá. Isso é o mais engraçado.
There's that last catch of Gatlock. And the Untimed Venator.
Chakra to Ever.
Beleza, beleza. Acho neném. Vamos lá. Certo. Vambora.
No surprise that. Neither seems impressed with their magical Gatlock either.
Now for our masters.
Hey.
Who are you? Are you in league with those traitors?
Traitors?
Take them alive. I want them to question.
Venator were also looking for the spies Chan sent us after. Let's see if we can track them down in the market. torn up papers. More of that cipher. With those spies trying to get rid of some evidence. Another sign of that Crow and Venatori. Looks like one of our spies dropped a bag. They must have been in a hurry. The notes inside said they'd be keeping out of sight in the market for a while. I think our Crow and Venatori spies were here. Tosh, you got this?
Sure. I'm on it.
Looking for anything in particular?
Got it.
Não, braseiro só tem esses.
Yep.
Então vamos começar por aqui.
Okay. Let's see if it hurts. I'm on.
Deixa eu ver se tem alguma coisa aqui de diferente. Ah, tá. Ah, tá, beleza. Ó. 3, 4, 1, 2. Então vai. 1. Dois.
All yours, Tosh.
3. 4. Ué. Agora foi. Ah, pera aí. É que isso aqui tava aceso. Deixa eu esperar apagar tudo. Mas a apagada é essa. Acho que como esse daqui tava aceso, ele não deu muito bem. Ai, ai. Vou esperar agora.
Everything has provenance.
Oh, demora, hein? Vou dar uma volta, só pra ver. Isso aí.
What sounds good today? The anti-unlikely
All right.
Anything catch your eye?
Gotcha. Let's see if it burns.
Good day to you.
Ah. Agora ele apaga, né? Filha da mãe. Ó, mas já apagou ali. Apagou ali. Vamos tentar agora de novo.
Yep.
2, 3. Quatro.
Tosh, see what you can do.
Valeu exatamente como eu havia previsto.
Wait. Flowers. More wine. This crow and Venatori. Those weren't spy notes we found before. They were love letters.
You cannot be serious.
Wait, they're hiding out just so they can be together?
I don't think the crows or Venatori will be happy these two are seeing each other. Those coffee cups on the table. They must have been at a nearby cafe. Let's see if there's any trace of them there.
Best place in Treviso.
They look calm, but they don't smell calm.
The Venatori are preparing an ambush for the crows, and they're trying to capture the secret couple to interrogate them.
Of course there will be.
We could send the couple a note, warn them that the crows are hunting them too, and that they should leave the city. Or I could tell Chance that a crow's been seeing a Venatori. Not sure he'd be pleased to hear that.
The butcher died in true Antivan fashion.
Chance, those spies you sent me after are a Venatori and a Crow having an affair.
Huh? Ah, his fidgeting, his lateness, all those new clothes. Yet a Crow is sworn against all enemies of Treviso. I recognize love's sting. But we must draw the poison.
The note also mentioned the Venatori was setting up an ambush for the Crows.
That would explain their recent movements. We've reports that Venatori have been gathering near central Treviso. If it is to be a fight, we could use your help. And I will speak to our wayward Crow.
Come on, let's find what... Come on, let's find where the Crows are confronting the Venatori. There's the garrison. Onto the garrison, the governor. We clear the garrison this time. Eventually's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
We follow a governor now. The butcher was weak. This is not the cue.
On top. Get ready.
Now's your chance!
Tom, I'm going to make this easy.
Jacobus.
Me and my friends are sick of doing nothing. Eventually's got their comic past the courtyard, but they've locked the gates. We'll break into the garrison and get them open.
Be careful. The Antom.
We'll stay hidden. Good luck.
E detalhe, galera, temos muito ponto pra estar gastando aqui. É isso aí, galera. Dá pra ver aqui, sim. Eu não vou falar que tá difícil as batalhas, não é isso. Mas tá, assim, tá ficando um pouco mais complicadinha. Vamos enfrentar a galera com tudo que tem pra direito.
All of them. Something's wrong. Something in the air.
Wait, these aren't unreal.
I see the comic is working.
On the left side.
That probably hurt.
You're a fool to fight me.
Finish him.
Don't you die? Why don't you give up?
We need to close it.
Enemies at range.
They're at range.
Good shot.
I dotted every I, weighed every measure. And you're not even one of them.
Rook fought you like a crow.
Antea, Viago, Jacobus, they all took more responsibility as Trevisans than you did.
I lost so many people to the Entente. My family, my cousin. By right, his contract against the governor is mine. And I say Evenchi doesn't deserve to die. They deserve to live.
What?
On trial. Paraded in public. Everyone will know who hurt Treviso, and you'll suffer for every minute of it.
You can't do this. You can't let this brat decide what happens to me.
It's time to live with your actions, Governor. That seems fair to me.
Being made a scapegoat for all of Treviso's ills is fair? You can't put me on trial? I'm still governor of this city.
Not after the crows goaded the merchants and the king about the comic.
The message about Treviso and the future of the crows has already been sent. Your contract is due, Evenchi. The Crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free. Come on, let's find where the Crows are confronting the Venatori.
You are certain of this path? And you're sure of this course?
You already asked him that.
Viago, dear, can't you see that I'm stalling?
Ah, you are waiting for Rook's interruption.
No, his audience.
Am I that predictable?
You are reliable. I might say, essential.
It was an honor to defend Treviso with the Crows.
To the business of the day, then.
Jacobus, are you ready?
I'm ready, Fifth Talon.
What's going on?
We accept Jacobus's right to the contract on Ivenchi, and his decision to spare the governor.
It sent a stronger message than killing them. Their crimes will be aired, their reputation blackened.
And during these punishments, the former governor will live with the fear we may still one day end them. For his help, and proving he has sound judgment, Jacobus is becoming a full Antivan Crow.
You had a rough time. I don't know if this will make it any easier.
I don't want easy. I want to follow Heir's lessons. In your example, I only got this because you went out to face Ivenchi, Rook. I couldn't have done it alone. I want to find others like me. Orphans. People with no more homes, under a new house name. Neri suggested Igrativi. It's old Trevisan, sort of a grateful life.
I'm honored, Jacobus Igrativi. You and your new house will do great things as Crows.
The Fifth Talon agrees.
As does the Seventh. Rook, all of Treviso is in your debt. For what you did out there, and for the future you have inspired.
You have powerful enemies. When you decide it's time to put them in their place, we'll be there. And Rook, you'd have made a damn fine Crow. Remember that.
E eu tô fazendo, galera, aqui todas as missões possíveis por o seguinte, simplesmente em um outro jogo, o Days Gone, o número de facções que você ajuda lá, vamos colocar assim, de assentamentos, quando você chega no maior elo, ele altera de acordo com... Ele altera o final. Eu não sei se o final tem alguma alteração real ou não. Então eu quero fazer o máximo possível aqui. Então vambora. Por isso que eu tô tomando tudo aqui o que eu posso. Também que dificilmente... embora. Falando. Elva taxa pra derrubar inimigo é 1-2. Agora.
But a crow's heart is pledged to Antiva.
We should tell Chance the Venatori are gone.
Here comes trouble.
End it now.
Nice one.
We're in the clear.
Rook, thanks for your help with our young crow.
His lady friend was there, in our battle against the Venatori.
It is sad. Yet, the Venatori would assume their wayward mage was selling secrets. They demand she kill her lover to prove her devotion. And as we were suspicious, our crow had to prove he would never hesitate to strike an enemy of Antiva. But the Venatori are driven off. This, at least, is a victory.
Beleza. Então, aqui nós temos... Onde que tá o ponto, ó? Encruzilhada. Eu vou fazer essa daqui primeiro. Remova padrão, então, se localiza. E depois eu vou pra outra, porque... simplesmente tem uma área que eu não tô conseguindo entrar. Não sei o porquê. Então, como tem mais de uma missão aqui, então vamos fazer aonde tem mais de uma missão.
Well met, Rook.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Illuvians in general, yes, but not the Dread Wolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mathal?
Mathal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mathal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mathal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dread Wolf's memories. When Mathal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
The Elven gods had access to magic beyond anything we can imagine?
To be sure, but it matters less what they possessed than what they were. You recall that the first elves were spirits, do you not? Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again she was struck down, on this occasion by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
If your Mythal returned in Morrigan, we need your help with fighting the gods.
And here I am, as you may notice. But there is something I must make clear.
What? That was like how Elganon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you, then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remained free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon, or Solus?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
Wow. You woke up to a god floating over you.
'Twas a state between dream and wakefulness where strange things may happen to the spirit. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me. But I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mathal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes, the Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf, were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that, even had I the power. What has passed between Solus and Mythal? I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
Solus talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
If that's what it takes.
Such determination. Have you not even a tremor of doubt?
Wouldn't do me any good.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Another fragment of Mythal, in addition to the one inside you.
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
I'll survive. What do I need to know?
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane, or against the Dread Wolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
You would know this aspect of Mythal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other.
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanurus, and then by Solus, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solus is elven for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Elganon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mythal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dreadwolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
Nada contra, mas é um seguinte. Tashid Harlin. Nada contra o Lucanis, mas melhor ter cura, né, galera? Sabe? Vamos ter uma curinha aqui, basiquinha.
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole, prevail, or be sundered completely.
Getting close to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mythal was.
Grande Washington Silveirinha. Boa tarde a todos, eu não esqueci não, hein? Então, boa tarde, sejam todos bem-vindos à live.
That has to be her.
We talking or fighting?
Guess we'll find out.
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. We made ourselves bodies to be like humans, but I never expected to see humans scurrying about in the Dread Wolf's crossroads. And you know who I am?
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanurus, if this can be called surviving. Solus. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Why are you here? To beg me to give up what remains of myself to help you defeat the monsters Elganon and Gillenane have become? Or do you simply think yourself ready to fight a god?
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
We saw Solus's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun. You wish for my help? Convince me. Make your case, and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganon and Gillenane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version. It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
You can't want Elganon and Gillenane to rule the world. Not after what they did to you.
I ruled alongside them for centuries. I bear them no love now, and they were ever flawed, as all rulers are. Yet the world needs rulers. So set the Blight aside and tell me why I should help you topple them.
What they did to you was wrong.
And you care so deeply for the injustice done to me thousands of years ago.
You deserve justice. And they deserve to be punished for misusing their power and killing you when you tried to check them.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something else.
Solus is helping me.
Solus is using you. Besides, why should I esteem the Dreadwolf's approbation? He rebelled against me.
But the two of you stay close.
Until he killed the tattered fragment of me who hid inside the human swamp witch and wept. He keeps me here, yet has not visited since waking from his slumber. Tell me this. What should I have done when Solus turned against me after all we had been to one another?
Maybe you should have listened when he warned you about staying on as rulers after the war.
Are you saying I was wrong?
You asked me what you should have done. I can't prove my worth by lying to you. Solus didn't want to manifest a physical body or destroy the Titans. He did things he hated because he cared about you. Supporting you and Elganon becoming rulers was the one line he wouldn't cross. If someone who followed you everywhere refused to follow you there, what does that say?
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them.
And?
And the Blight only happened because of what you did. You need to fix your mistake.
My mistake? I saved lives and ended a war, you petulant child. Your words are weak. Prove your worth or die.
Eu não esperava um dragão. Ah. Vamos ver, carrega. É que é o seguinte, galera, eu quero pegar isso aqui na boa, não quero simplesmente tocar o terror, sabe?
has to be her.
We talking or fighting?
Guess we'll find out.
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. We made ourselves bodies to be like humans, but I never expected to see... And you know who I am.
Mythal.
The part of me that survived... Solus. I cannot return. Why are you here? To beg me to give up what... Or do you simply think you're...
Morrigan was right. Talking to you is a waste of time.
You listen to the human and the cowardly echo she carries. Pathetic. You desire the essence of a god and think you deserve it. Then take it if you can!
Então, né? Faz parte, fazer o quê? Eu poderia matá-la facilmente com a Vatashi e com as outras? Poderia. Eu vou fazer? Logicamente que não.
Has to be her.
We talking or fighting?
Guess we'll find out.
You are Rook. The part of me... What?
I came here to ask for your help.
You dare?
We saw...
You saw. You wish for my... Make your case. Fail. It has been sent...
You can't want Elganon and Gillenane to rule the world. Not after what they did to you.
I ruled alongside them for centuries, yet the world needs rulers. So set the Blight aside and tell me why I should help you topple them.
How am I supposed to just set the Blight aside?
By making an argument not related to it as I asked you to.
The Blight is a core part of who they are. And I don't think you're in favor of it.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something else.
Solus is helping me.
Solus is using you.
But the two of you stay close.
Until he killed the Tatter. He keeps me here, yet has not Tell me this.
Solus made his choice. You made yours. It might have been cleaner for you to move on from him completely instead of keeping your feelings for him.
Just like that? Do you feel so little that you could follow such a path with someone you had known for centuries?
You asked me what you should have done, not what I would have done.
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them.
And?
Stopping the Blight mattered enough for you to talk with Solus even after he rebelled against you. It mattered enough for you to stand against the other gods.
And I was struck down for doing so, betrayed by those I had ruled beside for centuries.
You made the difficult choice to protect your home because it was the right thing to do. Help me do the same.
My patience wears thin. Choose your next words carefully. Why must I give myself over to you?
I am worthy of your help.
That is for me to judge.
I am fighting to protect this world.
Any petty tyrant can fight those who come to their land and claim to be protecting their people. I have seen rulers, human as you are, the mages of Tevinter, following in the Elven Empire's footsteps. They build nothing that does not serve them. Why should I believe you are any better? What is a protector to you?
Protecting a place isn't just fighting enemies. It's knowing people by name. Having their trust. You said you've seen us. Then you've seen Nev Gallus. A human, like me. She protects Docktown. And not just by fighting threats, although she did keep a blood mage from hurting her people. She laughs at people's stories and gives coin to people who need a meal. She pets the cats. And she always pays for the fried fish, even though Hal tries to give it to her for free. That's who Nev is. And that's who we all are. We're not rulers. But we're here to protect the places we love.
Yes. I suppose you are. I find you worthy, Rook. I have spent thousands of years watching. I shall miss that. But if what I am can protect the innocent and smite the guilty, this is what remains of me. I give it to you freely. Use it to protect this world with kindness when possible and cunning when necessary.
I will. Thank you.
I offer one further boon. I cannot enter the physical world or the pure Fade, but in this place, I still carry some power. Evil has intruded here. The Blight, seeded by Elganon and Gillenane. Find it, and when you meet your greatest challenge, I will fly one last time.
The essence of a god. Like a piece of the sun. I've never felt something so alive.
And now? What's the next step?
The god knows her moment. At least her essence does. When the time comes, we'll be ready.
Ela dá 0 de dano. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 vezes são 16. Luz de metal. Ela é horrível. Lógico. O bom dela é que ela dá dano de tudo.
Morgan made it sound like she was gonna fight you. She gave you her magic.
Essa é a vantagem, dá dano de tudo.
Will come in handy at some point.
So, you and Lucanus? Nice.
I've got the feeling I missed something.
Adari. I have a really good sense of smell.
Well, that's...
Don't worry, he's into you too.
And isn't that something?
O estranho é que simplesmente eu não estou conseguindo acessar aqui, e o porquê eu não sei. Bom, então fazer o quê? Já que o jogo não está ainda aqui, vamos ver se nós temos. Aqui eu estou na encruzilhada. Aqui dá para finalizar, falta pouco para finalizar. Aqui já dá para finalizar. Falta muito para finalizar, falta pouquinho. Vamos lá, aqui. Vamos fazer missão antes de ir para os finalmente dos jogos, né, galera? Não custa nada.
Por isso que o delegado não prendeu em flagrante, né? Ele saiu pela porta da frente da delegacia porque o delegado quer ter a certeza. Há quanto tempo, né?
Vamos lá.
That woman. What's happened? What's going on?
My husband, Atticus, he was going to the Snake Nest, said he needed to help a friend, and he never came home. But when I ask inside, they say he never arrived. They're lying. I know it, but...
What's your name?
Sabina.
If we learn anything, we'll let you know. So, the Snake Nest.
Used to be a busy place. Word is it slowed down.
It's worth checking out.
Quer saber? Eu vou assim mesmo, eu vou assim mesmo.
So Tosh, look, Lucanus and I are...
This is it. The snake nest. Let's look around, see what we find.
What was I saying? So Tosh. Look.
This Linus. He must own the snake nest. And he knows Atticus. We're looking for someone named Atticus.
Haven't seen anyone.
He was meeting someone here. He disappeared.
Yeah? People do that all over.
Well, I'm still looking into it.
Wasting your time's your business.
What happened here? A letter for Atticus. A missing person. Someone really wanted to meet at the snake nest. Why do I have a bad feeling about how the... Blood. There's a trail. A blood-stained shirt.
No cuts in the material. The blood didn't belong to the owner.
Take a look at that. A sick kid. His father thought Atticus could help, but... something feels off. All right. That snake nest bartender must know something. We need to talk to her. Again. A man named Atticus came to the snake nest. We know he was headed here, that your boss Linus knows him. We've been to Linus's home.
All right, it's the boss. He's been acting weird since the kid got sick. Urgent meetings, always checking the storage. But you're Nev Gallus. If you think you can do something, I'll let you in.
I'll do what I can.
It's across the road.
The bar storage. There has to be more here. This under the bar storage.
He might be farther in.
Linus, the snake nest owner. He made a pact with a demon to save his kid. But the price was too high.
I'll follow up. Make sure the kid's still taken care of.
There's a key. We should see what else is here. How many did he kill? All for a demon. This was Atticus. His locket. We can return it to Sabina. There. Much sturdier than the old one.
So Tosh, look, Lucanus and I
I get it.
Get what?
He's a crow. Dangerous. Deadly. You have to trust that he won't kill you every time he touches you.
Oh, no.
And you're a mage. He's a mage killer. It's like you're his prey.
Not what I'm into, but thanks?
Anyway, I'm happy you two are...
Thanks, Tosh.
How far do the catacombs go?
How'd that statue get there?
They've been used to store food during war and blight. Kept Marathas alive more than once. But that was never the whole story. There's secrets older than the city itself down here.
Deixa eu ver aqui, isso aqui pra onde leva. E
other ways to get into the catacombs?
The Lords of Fortune say that there's always a way in.
The real mystery isn't getting in. It's what we'll run into this time. Tosh, that picture you painted of me and Lucanus, it's not really like that.
Really? Huh.
No, it's... we've both had our share of, well, pain, if I want to be dramatic, and reasons not to show it. So it's cautious, slow, but it's something. And more than I usually look for.
That's weird.
Isn't everything?
Sabina,
You're back. But Atticus...
the man who took Atticus's life. He thought it would save his child. But it wasn't right.
Atticus.
If there's anything you need, I'll see what I can do.
I don't know. I need time and... to put his name on the wall of light. Thank you. At least for letting me know.
Dogtown's desperate of being targeted, then falling victim to demons. The Snake Nest owner, the treasure hunt, the people Compassion found. There's a demon feeding off the desperate in Minrathous, manipulating them. And those who don't listen, die. Evidence points to the catacombs. The rest is on us. Nothing in our way now.
I have felt you move. It's me, painting a city in such perfect condition.
You've been toying with the people of Ducktown.
I am an answer that they come seeking. I give them something to do when their world is cruel. People will do such fun things when they're desperate.
Here comes trouble.
covered.
Happened. I can see how a demon of desperation woke up here. It could feed on the city and make things worse.
Asshole demon. Glad we stopped it from doing that to anyone else.
Nev, you all right?
Yeah. Hate that the damn thing was here, but this was a good win.
I still don't get you and Lucanus.
Back to this.
But I'm glad you're happy.
Thanks.
Let me know if you want me to punt. I still don't get you and Lucanus.
Back to this.
But I'm glad you're happy.
Thanks.
Let me know if you want me to punt.
We've cleared some space for Eldrin and the Griffins.
Get all your god-killing implements right here. Send your friends my way. Tell them Amelia...
Stock up with whatever you need. Come back soon.
Simplesmente vender tudo. Não dá não, galera. Eu achava que tudo era referente a só ao item em questão. E não tudo mesmo. Ai, ai. Bom, pelo menos voltamos aqui.
all that's happened, I can see how a demon of desperation woke up here. It could feed on the city and make things worse.
Asshole demon. Glad we stopped it from doing that to anyone else.
Nev, you alright?
Yeah. Hate that the damn thing was here, but this was a good win.
Watch yourself. Trouble coming.
Under fire. Watch it.
Get now. Taking fire.
Got him in range.
Hard to recover now.
Hitting us at range.
Together with me.
Earn your coin.
Now put him down. You're feeling it now. They're at range. Come on, take him down. Watch for ink. Coming.
You don't have to.
Nice move, bro. Made it through that one.
Eyes up.
that's done.
That's interesting. I wasn't expecting the Venator.
Esse é o ponto que agora eu não sei aonde eu gastar.
Ready to show up?
They talked about shipments.
Let's look around. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. This place is... I thought the Shadow Dragons were keeping an eye on it, but let's check just to be safe. Well, that's not good. Sounds like blood magic. Trafficking in people. Vile. We need to stop this.
Ready for a fight?
The gods will take you.
Need to move. Finish it.
Opa! Vamos isso aqui.
Low tide beach. Let's go.
You'll leave Docktown to us.
We won't let you terrorize these people.
Again and again, people.
Finish this. Rock, nice one. All right, team.
Beat him.
It's these Venatori down.
The more scattered we make the cult, the better for Docktown.
We'll get you out of there. Hang on. You all right?
No, but I'm alive and grateful. They were going to take me somewhere. They talked about rituals and risen gods.
You don't have to worry about that anymore. Stay safe. Or as safe as you can.
Deixa eu ver aqui como é que vai... Botei errado. Deixa eu ver como é que vai fazer aqui o... Como é o nome? A arma aqui que nós pegamos lá da menina. Deixa eu ver se vai ser útil. Bom, galera, eu vou fazer o seguinte. Como aqui no caso, infeliz ou felizmente, já estamos aqui no final, eu vou fazer o seguinte. Eu vou ver em off como é que eu faço para fazer a missão aqui, o coração da corrupção. E aí eu volto finalizando ela, junto do que até então é a missão principal, beleza? Bom, galera, muito obrigado a todo mundo que participou da live até aqui. Muito obrigado a todo mundo que assistiu posteriormente. Galera, valeu pelos likes, compartilhamentos, valeu por estarem participando. O Noob se despede por hoje, galera. Valeu!